Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko number 185DV. This is a dark bronze anodized aluminum commercial latching panic saddle threshold is what this is. This is known as a latch track threshold. This is known as a bump up threshold. This is known as a panic threshold. All those different words. And what its primary job, obviously, beyond being a threshold, is the fact that when the door closes, it makes a very positive seal up against the insert material. And that is what the 185 is. It's this profile of threshold with an insert like this, and does the job of a threshold, and some more things which we'll discuss in a moment. The D stands for dark bronze. This is also available in the mill aluminum finish as well, and of course, gold anodized in addition. So, mill aluminum, dark bronze, and gold. This is the V version where the insert is a vinyl material, and it is typical for it to ship long like this, and you'll trim it after installation. Now, where is this used? Well, this is best used anywhere where a client wants a very positive, very complete seal between the bottom of the door and the threshold. Now, I like to take a threshold like this, and this is not necessarily just this is typically seen on exterior doors that swing out, but this could be for an in-swing door as well. What I like to do, especially, and certainly if it is a outswing, is I like to put, because the door resides in this space, I like to put a door sweep out here in addition to this seal. The logic is this: someone buying this bump-up style threshold is looking for a good seal, first of all, not opposed to the idea of extending the installation to get the best seal. I like to stop the transmission of the temperature, of the air, of the moisture, water, anything that's going to come underneath here. I like to stop it out here. I don't want it to get underneath the door and into the inside face of the door before it's prevented from getting in. So I like to add a door sweep to this as well. And quite frankly, on this order, that's what the client has done. So this threshold is a good seal for the bottom of the door, typically seen in commercial applications, of course, those that are not handicap compliant, or residential applications it's certainly good for as well. You'll see these on basement doors of homes, doors that are not opened often, but nonetheless they want a good seal. You will see this threshold very commonly installed, in addition, on commercial applications where, let's say it's a box store, a big box store, and the back wall has, let's say, 3 pair of doors that are emergency exits, and those doors are only opened in those instances when there's an emergency. That dovetails into the other purpose of this threshold, the latching or panic or latch track type threshold. Here's why these are also used. The profile of the threshold back here is one that is compatible with the bottom Pullman latch assembly from a surface vertical rod exit device. So the application is a pair of doors, surface vertical rod exit devices, because it's a point of emergency exit, but it still needs to be weather sealed, and those doors are rarely opened. What this allows to happen is when you use this threshold, you do 2 things. You eliminate the requirement of installing that bottom strike from the exit device, but you also weather seal the bottom of the door. Now, it's not common on a 4-foot length like this, unless you had a pair of 2-foot doors, would you use it for that sort of application. So a 6-foot length would be typical. But that is why they'll call it a latching panic saddle threshold or a latch track threshold. So it can do 2 jobs there as well. There is an image below this video showing everything important dimensionally about the item. And here we go with those dimensions. So this threshold is 3 5/8 of an inch wide. And the height is also incredibly common, meaning that the distance from the plateau of where the threshold or where the door would reside over to the bottom of the threshold is 5/8 of an inch. That's incredibly common because, and the overall height is 1 inch, by the way. That's incredibly common because your typical undercut on a hollow metal door is 3/4 inch. And that's why this 5/8 is very standard. I like this threshold from Pemko because it is an example of their thicker extrusions The material thickness is thicker than their standard threshold sometimes. It has these grooves set down to the bottom. That's going to go a long way to keeping this threshold exactly where it needs to be, because it's asked to do more than a standard threshold, because this will be hit all the time, whereas a standard threshold is not. The screws, of course, bear all the force of that door making contact, and those grooves have a significant impact on keeping the threshold stable, which is part and parcel of the design of this threshold. Now, the name Pemko is synonymous with all things weather stripping related, and you can order this threshold actually in several different lengths. It's available on the website in 2 foot to 8 foot and probably 6-inch increments. But if you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces and indicate in the comment field what length you'd like for us to cut the material back at. The reasoning is if you had to take this 48-inch piece and cut it down to, say, 42-inch, you'd eliminate that countersink that's there. The next one's all the way over here. So if you ordered a custom length, we'd not only locate that first countersink at the proper distance from the edge, but the proper center to center as well. It's not so hard drilling a hole once you cut this down, but sometimes making a countersink is a different task. Speaking of those holes, screws are included in a complementary finish. They are like a number 10 by 1.5 inch flathead wood screw, something in that range. Pemko naturally does much more than just thresholds. They do perimeter gasketing, door sweeps, obviously. Material made of aluminum like this, stainless steel, architectural bronze. They also have a comprehensive offering of continuous geared aluminum hinges. There's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up their full line catalog and review all things Pemko weather stripping related and their ancillary products as well. Any questions on the Pemko 185DV, dark bronze anodized bump up or latch track, panic style threshold, or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.